Like, I did a vlog and I was just talking, not ranting, not fussing and complaining, just getting my thoughts out. And toward the end of it, I was like, it's time I focus on myself. And it was like eye-opening, because everything that I'm thinking, everything that I'm doing, it's like, what about me? You know? And I broke down in tears. It was just, I really don't focus on myself. I'm too busy working and doing things to make sure, of course, family is taken care of, make sure businesses stay afloat, making sure everybody else is happy. And I mean, I know that is somewhere deeply rooted from childhood trauma, but I don't think I've really had to sit and just pick at it to figure out where or dig. It's just, I know it's from something. Putting everyone before me.
Welcome, Monte. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
I know. This is going to be an interesting one, though, because this is the first time I've actually ever done it in a studio.
Yes.
So, as you can see, the background is different. Everything is different. So this is going to be an interesting conversation. Yeah.
Oh, it was definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah, as usual. Because we just actually, to be honest with you, we just did an episode for Monte's his podcast. So now we're here doing my podcast. So let's just get started and see where this goes. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm ready.
so here's the thing. This is different because usually when I'm like online, I am working with the person in a different way, but having someone in person is going to be different for me. So when we talked a while ago, you had given me a few things that you were thinking about working on, that kind of thing. And sitting here now, from all the conversations that we had, and from just recording your podcast, because a lot of good stuff came out of that, what feels most present or true in your life right now that you're open to exploring? Like, I know there's a lot going on, so just anything that comes out of that.
Really just evaluating life, you know.
That's a broad subject.
Very, very broad. Because there are so many things, like you said, that can be nitpicked. Certain things that are like, and we'll kick that to the wayside, we'll push that to the back. So it's just thinking about what's important and the things that are more prevalent to now compared to right now, if that makes sense.
It does. But when you're talking about life, I mean, there's so much about life. Like, you can talk about what you want to do in your life. You can talk about what you want to be, who you want to be in your life. But the thing that stands out that like touches your heart, the thing that is constantly poking at you, the thing that is guiding you, but you have no clue what direction it's going in or where it's guiding you. What does that feel like when I say that, though? Like, for you right now? Like,
so one of my biggest things right now is I'm ready to be back being a creative full time. Okay. You know, being able to wake up, edit, record, be at home, you know, with my wife and kids. I'm coming off of being a truck driver for 5.5 years, and I've been here 2 years. I've been home for two years, if I'm counting it correctly. Yes, April 2024. I've been off the truck, and I got off the truck, and I kind of just dove headfirst into being a creator. You know, I picked up my camera. I ended up at Allen Luck Studios, and things have been great. But then you get that sense of, is this real? You go through certain things personally, and it ends you up in a space of life just slaps all at once. So that's why I say, you know, it's just life. I want to be back full time being a creator, not necessarily a content creator, but I am a creator.
You
who
are
will
a
be,
creator.
Yes. Yes.
I'll say that again. But you are a creator, right?
Yes.
So what do you think is holding you back from doing that? There's something.
Oh, that's easy. That's an easy
You know
one.
the answer.
It's simplest terms is fear. And I know the biggest thing for me is like fear of success. What happens if this does work? You know, most people are like, you know, what happens if it doesn't pan out? You know, the money that I've put into it, the time, you know, the relationships, and then all of a sudden there's no conversations and, you know, things like that. It's just, if this works, OMG, you know, what happens next? And it's just, in short, that's it. It's just the fear of succeeding.
Okay. Well, here's the thing about both fearing success and failure is that like we fear death is the biggest fear that we have, right? So when you fear that success, on the other side, what does that look like for you? Like if you don't ever feel like you've been successful, then the other side's going to feel like, oh my God, I'm going to die, you know, that kind of thing. So when you touch on that, like, here's the thing, everything that happens in our life comes from childhood. And we got to talk about that on your podcast. And the thing about it is that there's something in that little boy that happened at a certain point in time where if you were successful at something, you got slapped, not literally, or maybe literally, you got slapped in the face by something, right? Like something fell apart. You were successful and something happened bad, and it kept you in that space.
I guess it's more of a complacency thing, not on me, but projected. Not necessarily negativity. You know, oh, I got straight A's. Okay, that's good. And it's like there's no extra reward. You know, some kids get an allowance. They get paid from making good grades. I didn't get that. Not like I was expecting it either.
Did you get anything though? Did anybody ever say anything to you?
Outside of good job,
Yeah.
I don't recall.
Did they
anything.
celebrate you? Did they do anything that made you feel like you were successful?
I don't recall.
Okay, because that, in my mind and what I'm feeling is that there's a piece of you that was like, well, you know, am I really, like, who's going to acknowledge me if I'm successful? So why bother being successful?
It could be there.
I mean, it could be anything. I'm just throwing things out. But the way it sounds like to me, that if you never had someone supporting you the way you needed it, if that makes sense, like maybe you needed someone to go, oh my, whatever. You got straight A's. I never did, but you got straight A's in elementary school for a class or something, for a bunch of classes. And you come home and you're like, look, you know, and everybody's like, good job.
That's my perception on it. It's just good. That's what you're supposed to do.
But that's not, life is about celebrating.
Yes.
And because I feel like the fear of the success is because no one celebrated you, and now you don't know how to celebrate yourself. So every single time that you succeed at something, you're like, all right, I just did it. It was great.
And that's basically what it is. It's just, people will tell you, I'll tell people, I tell people, I'm not big on acknowledgement. If you say, hey, you did a great job, I'm that, oh, okay, thank you. You know, like at the end of, you know, my podcast, you were, you know, giving thanks and telling me, as bad as it may sound, about myself. And I'm just like, thank you.
I know.
Because it's like, okay, and, you know, and I'm just in that space of, I guess because I've never really received it.
Because you don't know what it feels like.
A lot of times people are like, you're doing a great job. You're doing good. And I just say, okay, so what's wrong?
Okay. So
you know,
if you can go back to the first memory you have of being successful at something, and if you can give me an idea about how old you are, because if you want to go to the inner child, we're going to go to the inner child because we're doing it in person. This is how we're going to do it. I'm curious to see where this is coming from. If you're open to doing it, if it's too scary to go back in, because sometimes that stuff can be a little overwhelming. But if you're willing to go back to the first memory that you have of being successful, at something and somebody not really acknowledging you the way you needed them to. Can you remember about what age that was?
First time, no.
Or as far back as you can remember. It doesn't have to be perfect.
I'm going through the numbers, and it's not a lot, but it's a lot of numbers, as far as my age.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
So I'll say this, because they all kind of end up in the same thing. And again, it's still just a generic thing of the acknowledgement. I can draw, and it's like, hey, look, I drew all of the Looney Tunes characters, and it's like, you didn't draw those, you traced them. And it's like, you can't trace. This is just one example. I can't.
I think you told me about this when we met. You might have told me this, but okay. So that's a perfect place though.
Yeah.
So how old were you when that happened?
I had to be no older than 10 or 12.
Okay.
I don't think I was older than 10 or 12.
If this conversation is resonating with something in you, there's a free ebook in the description if anxiety or overwhelm has been part of your experience. These conversations are here to create space for truth, understanding, and a deeper relationship with your own life. Now let's continue. So how old were you when that happened?
I had to be no older than 10 or 12.
Okay.
I don't think I was older than 10 or 12.
Okay. I mean, here's the thing. You're going to remember something like that in your nervous system. Your subconscious is going to remember that. So you live that your whole life. So every time he does something wonderful here, you can join us if you want to. Shamar.
You said Shamar. Me?
Me? Shamar? Who? Yeah. Okay. And just so you know, the studio comes with what do you call yourself when you're helping? An engineer. I got an engineer today. This is so cool. Well, okay. So when he's successful at something, what do you say to him?
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Well, you weren't expecting this, were you?
Right. When he's successful at it, I tell him that he did a great job. I tell him that I liked that video. I liked, how you accomplished XYZ.
And does he blow you off?
Yeah.
Okay. But see, that's okay. That's normal. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like your 10-year-old, we'll go with a 10-year-old. Mm-hmm. Your 10-year-old is so afraid of hearing someone say something positive about you because you blocked it at that time. So when you block it, you're not going to get the same feeling that you wanted because you're not even looking for it anymore. It's like it's stuck. There's a stuck there. It falls under, like we were talking earlier about the cycle of trauma, mm-hmm. and that it has that gap at the end of it. That's your gap right there. You got stuck in that gap because you mm-hmm. don't know what that looks like because no one showed you. Now he's showing you what that looks like, and now you don't know how to accept it because it's like, really?
Yeah, basically.
That's literally what he does.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, you like that? I mean, it was never. Yeah.
And I apologize if we're putting you on the spot, but that's the whole point. That's the whole point of this company. Okay, good.
It's okay.
But this is important. I think it's important because for you to step out of that fear of somebody telling you that you're good enough, mm-hmm. that you matter, that you are amazing. Mm-hmm. No one ever told you that, and you're amazing, and do your best to accept that right now. I know that might be a challenge. It's okay.
It is, but yes.
I know. I see it on your face. But that's the thing. It's like, you're not the only person who does that. I've done that before too. I never, things, for me, it's love. I never really understood what love looked like. Mm. So when I got it, I was like, what the heck is that? I don't know what are you talking about? This is not, no.
Right.
I get it. I understand. But that's the thing that's holding you back. It's that little boy that has no clue what that looks like. So if you did know and you could imagine what that looked like, what would that feel like for you? I mean, literally, what would that feel like for you to be able, okay, I'm successful. Look at me. What would that feel like?
But see, and the reason I say the opposite is because I'm also not the type of person to boast or brag about the things that I do. And I feel I would be the one jumping. You remember Mad TV Stewart, I think Stewie? Look what I can do, and I feel I would be that person, hey, check this out. Look. And I would be looking wholeheartedly for the gratitude all the time. Does that make sense?
What do you mean by looking wholeheartedly for the from somebody else? Or
I would always be looking for gratification.
not necessarily. No, you know what? The reason I'm going to say no to that is only because you might do it the first couple of times, but that's the problem. Bad word. That's what happens with us when we've been programmed to not be accepted or not be recognized or whatever, is we think, because the person who's not accepting us feels that way. They think, oh, if you're going to become a braggart, or you're going to become a snob, or you're going to no, you're not. You're 10. You're not, that's not going to happen. But now that's stuck in there because you think that you're going to become that way. And he wants to say something.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
For me or for us growing up, they would say, don't tell him that because he'll get the big head.
Yes,
So,
exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So, but that's not true, because for somebody like you and Shamar, who are obviously very creative and kind and decent, it's the same thing with money and greed. If you are greedy and you have money, it's going to be a whole different situation than if you are kind and you have a lot of money. Kind people share their money. Greedy people don't share the money. It's the same energy. It's the same money, right? So the way I'm picking up on it, and obviously Shamar is too, is that you're holding, or your little boy is holding himself back from becoming successful because you think you're going to get a big head about it, and you're not, because that's not who you are. And you know that about yourself.
Oh, I definitely know that.
So why did you just tell me that that it's going to do that with you?
So I look at it like, if I didn't have the blockage, that's what I would have turned into. Not necessarily now. Because I look at some people who have always been told, great job, good job, way to go, things like that. And then when they don't get that, they feel some type of way.
Okay.
And then they'll start doing things to look for it like a child would. That's what I was, getting
okay.
at.
That makes sense.
Yes.
And here's my, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I have an answer for that.
Yes.
So that's part of what it feels like, is that you're looking outside yourself for response from people. Like, you're here to enjoy your life for you. When you're happy and you are doing everything that you love doing, it's all going to be natural. It doesn't matter what anybody else says, but you still have this little thing inside of you that's like, well, what would they think? And they're going to think I've got a big head, and they're going to, all that kind of thing. Does that?
Yes, it's always, and I'm not going to say always, but there is a thing of, well, what are they going to think of me?
Okay. So
what are they going to
We're
say?
digging. Yeah. And we're digging.
Yeah, lately, I don't care,
But what's stopping you now then? If you don't care?
So it's me. It still comes back to me stopping me, because now I'm worrying about, where am I placing myself? If that makes sense.
Where are you placing yourself?
So one thing that Dr. Kim, we did a NET. And
what's an NET?
I cannot remember how to explain it.
Okay.
It's some fancy terminology.
NET?
NET. So the way it goes, you kind of just hold your hand out, right? And what he does is he kind of pushes here and asks, in a sense, simple probing questions.
Sounds like kinesiology.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
So it's, you hold your hand out. He asks questions and he'll push down.
Yeah.
And if your hand doesn't move, that's not a weak point. but something is said, and next thing you know, your hand just drops, and it's like, whoa, I
Yeah.
didn't do that.
Yep.
So from that experience, it basically came down to feeling neglect and rejection. That dates all the way back to in the womb, and
Okay.
always feeling like, being called a liar, because I don't lie, and I don't like people. Don't lie on me, don't lie to me. So all of that is like leading up to me worrying about what other people think, and well, if I do post this, say that, what if I'm wrong? And one simple question was, well, can you not just record another video? And it's like after that, that's when a lot of other things started taking place. But then it comes back to me like, well, should I do it this way or should I do it that way? That makes sense?
It does. And it leads back to that whole trust thing that we were talking about on your podcast, because you don't trust yourself to just be who you are without worrying about what anybody else thinks of you.
Yeah, we can put it that way. Yeah,
Your voice went high pitch again.
yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause, sometimes I do still not 100%, maybe not even 50%, think about what other people are going to think, because I'm building a personal brand, and I know my audience is going to be my audience. I know people are going to gravitate to me that need to and want to, but there's also the thing of, I have kids. How is this? When we were growing up, it's like, remember whose last name you have, right? Remember who your parents are. Don't go out here and make me look bad, us look bad, right? So even from that, I'm like, I don't want to do anything that'll quote unquote embarrass my kids. But at the same time, I'm like, they're kids, So it's, how do I make sure that I don't have to go back and redo or re-say something? Like, I want whatever happens to just, that's it. Is that making sense? I feel like I'm rambling a little bit.
Like, what you're concerned about your kids'
Embarrassment.
embarrassment.
That's the biggest thing,
Okay.
because again,
Hold on. We'll get there.
Oh.
We got to wait till he's done. He's in charge.
he's in charge.
He's in charge. Okay. So you basically feel like you would be embarrassed in front of your kids if you do something you consider might be wrong because of what you were saying. It's in the family name and you've got to be respectful of the family name. And I'm going to say something right now about that from my own perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Blood ain't thicker than water.
I
And
get it.
Yeah. And here's the thing with your kids. Your kids will be, this is how kids work. Your kids will be more proud of you if you step out and be you, because they're going to follow in your footsteps that way than they would if you keep going, oh, because that's what you're showing them, is that you can only go so far and then you don't want to do it. Right? Or would you rather just do it? What did you say when I came in here? Ask permission.
Oh.
You're back on? Put you back
Yep.
on.
I said I'm going to ask for forgiveness instead of permission.
Right. So whatever you do, if it's bad enough and your kids really have an issue with it, and they're still young, they're not going to, really. How old are they?
Oh, Jesus. 12, 14, and 19.
20,
and
14.
they will.
They will?
They will. Dad.
But they're more like dad because you're not doing who you are. If you were doing who you are and you walked around every day with this big smile, successful smile on your face, do you think that they would really say something like that?
No.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm trying to say, because for you to be able to just come home, like think about how you want to, what would you want to feel like at the end of the day when you go home and you see your kids? Would you rather go, oh, I made it and someone said I did a great job, but, well, I don't believe it. Or would you want to come home and go like, just smiling because you did a great job, he told you, whatever. And then you come in and your kids see that and your energy's different and you're coming in. What do you think would change in that kind of a situation? Can you tell the difference when I say it?
Yeah. Me walking in, I'll say this. I don't walk in with the sadness, the part. I'm excited to be at home.
Okay.
And again, being on the road 5.5 years, you don't get to see your
Sure.
family every single day. So I walk in the house and I'm instantly happy. I'm excited to
That's
be
awesome.
there.
Yeah.
And it's like everything outside is outside. If that makes sense.
It does. And you're on the right track with that. But there's still something holding you back from actually stepping fully into whatever it is, because you wouldn't be having this issue if there wasn't something holding you back.
True.
See what I'm saying? It's like a blind spot. You may not be able to see it right now, and it could come out 3 days from now. You may not recognize it right now, but you could go on with your life. And then after we have this conversation and the one we had before, you'll be like doing something, and then all of a sudden you go, oh, usually that's how it happens with me. I don't know if that happens with you like that, but does that make sense when I say that? Because there's just something there that's on the surface, or we wouldn't be talking about this.
When there is a revelation of whatever it may be at that point, it's kind of a soft yet hard hitting moment. Like, I did a vlog and I was just talking, not ranting, not fussing and complaining, just getting my thoughts out. And toward the end of it, I was like, it's time I focus on myself. And it was like eye-opening, because everything that I'm thinking, everything that I'm doing, it's like, what about me? And I broke down in tears, which goes back to don't cry in the car. I was driving, and luckily I was close to my destination, but it was just, I really don't focus on myself. I'm too busy working and doing things to make sure, of course, family is taken care of, make sure businesses stay afloat, making sure everybody else is happy. And I mean, I know that is somewhere deeply rooted from childhood trauma, but I don't think I've really had to sit and just pick at it to figure out where or dig. It's just, I know it's from something, to wholeheartedly care about it. I don't even want to say wholeheartedly, but putting everyone before me.
I know that. That's what I've been working on for the last 6 years, by putting everybody else first, and it never got me anywhere.
Right.
And then when I started focusing on myself, that's when things started shifting. So the question I asked myself, because I kept falling in a hole. Literally, it was a hole filled with water, a dug hole in the mud, and water was going like this. Like, I'm barely breathing. That's what it felt like to me. And then I asked myself, because this just came up one day, it was like, when is it my turn? You high pitched again. So, but here's the thing. It's your turn. Yesterday it was your turn. But there's something like there's a fear in there that if you step out, and I'm coming from my perspective because that's exactly what it was like, if I step out, somebody's going to be mad at me. Somebody's going to be, they don't want me to succeed, even though they want me to succeed. Like, it was all in my own head. Like, half the stuff that I went through was all in my own head. It had nothing to do with anybody else.
Correct.
So if you are stopping yourself, then guess what?
I'm the problem.
That wasn't what I was going to say. You went right to the problem. There's nothing.
I knew you were
are
gonna
not
say that.
broken. You are not a problem. Try that again.
I need to change. Things need to change.
If you are the one stopping yourself,
Stop stopping myself.
it hurts when I do this. What would you say to me?
Why are you doing that? Stop.
Stop doing it. He keeps going high pitch on me. Do you see this? I love this. Okay. But that's what okay. So this needs or gets to touch inside of you, into that place that you feel so uncomfortable with letting yourself be you. Now, I mean, what would it feel like if you actually It's always going to go back to feelings in the body. So what would it feel like if you would allow yourself, just allow yourself, put your hands on your heart, close your eyes, and feel you don't even have to say what it is, but I'm going to watch your face. So what would it feel like if you did get to trust yourself, if you did get to step out, if you did get your turn? You've got your turn. You've got it. You have it. He's giving you your turn by being here. Or the setup is, go ahead.
It would be no longer feeling like I'm suffocating myself, being able to breathe freely.
So what word would the first word that would pop into your head after you say, and you notice you said the same thing that I just mentioned about being in the hole with the water lapping. I can't breathe freely that way, right? So what's the first word that would pop into your head when you think about breathing freely?
Relaxed.
Okay. Anything else? Big word.
Big word.
Big word.
If we're going for a big word, I have to go with a simple one. At peace.
Okay, well, that's everybody's goal. That's true.
It's
To feel at peace, though, you have to feel something before you feel peaceful sometimes. That's what I ran into, because you're in charge of yourself. Do you want me to give you the word? And
What's the
let me
word?
know if you resonate with it?
Yes.
Well, there are two of them that came to me. Empowered and freedom.
freedom.
Right.
And that goes back to wanting to do this all day, every day. You know, not literally.
That's your freedom, though. That's the
Yes.
freedom. Yeah.
Being able to freely create without having, time constraints with schedule.
Okay.
Scheduling.
So let me ask you this question. Regardless of the schedule and the time constraints, go back into your body, close your eyes, put your hands on your heart. What does freedom feel like in your body? And where do you feel it? Where would you feel it?
What does it feel like and where do I feel it?
Yeah. Well, don't do the where yet. Just tell me what that would feel like in your body. Like, what is your body when you think of the word freedom? What does your body feel like?
At ease. I see a picture of just walking. No care in the world. You know how they describe long walks on the beach? It's kind of like that.
The breeze blowing, the wind touching your skin, tingle, excitement, maybe.
Cool, calm.
Yeah, that's peace. But yeah. Now, if you can hold on to that is what you're aiming for, and you come back to that every time you feel like you are afraid of success, because that is what success looks like. Your version of success may be, I have this great podcast and I'm doing all these businesses and this and that. My version now, it was like that before. You know where I'm going because I saw you smile. My version of success at this point is peace. It is freedom. So if you can imagine the freedom as you live your life, that's your goal. Or the peace, that's your intention, for lack of better words, goal. Does that make sense?
Yes. It's not having to wake up and worry about anything. That's the other part too.
Let me tell you something. A human being, we were talking about that. We got we've had a lot to worry about, but if we stay in that worry, then nothing would ever happen.
Right. When I say that, it's like, oh, I have to pay this bill. Oh, I have to pay that bill. And I'm also thinking of a time where it didn't matter what had to be spent. It was just, okay.
So go back to childhood. We were talking about this earlier. What did it feel like when you were out playing until 8, 9 o'clock at night when the sun came down? Give me a word for that.
It was awesome.
Was it freedom?
Yes. And I'm thinking back when I was like 15, we just stayed out all night, 9, 10 o'clock,
But you can still have that. That's what I'm saying. Is if you stop focusing on what you have to do and how you need to feel or not feel, but be for your kids, for your wife, for your family, for this. Only you. You're creating a space for yourself to be a lighthouse. Because once you become that, you will attract these people. It'll happen naturally anyway. That's just So I know you know these things.
I'm agreeing because as you're talking,
it's helping you to cycle through.
I remember this, and that makes sense. And you're
kind
correct.
of piecing things together from what I'm saying. Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to do because I know you've had some other experiences to understand this. But today is the first day of the rest of your life.
It is.
That's not just a statement. Don't walk through it. Look at me because I'm trying to get inside of you with a statement because I want that statement to take hold because this is what's happening right now. Again, we wouldn't be here sitting here talking like this if that's not what this was. So universe, before it gives you the 2x4, is giving you another soft voice. What do they say? Be still and know that I am God. No religion, just freedom, peace. Just listen. Still small voice. It's also inside of you. I want you to listen to that voice. That's what's going to get you there.
I agree.
And your little kid go like this. Oh my God. And I know I got to do this. No, I don't want to do this. Is that there too?
Yes. I do know I push to do things, get things done so that I can quote unquote breathe.
Would you rather breathe first?
Yes. So I have what I call lockaways. And these are days there's no communication with anybody outside of my house. I pre-warn I guess you could say the preliminary people, the people that I talk to at least 2-3 times a week, some people twice a day. I basically say I'm going on a lockaway and I don't do anything. Like, not like I'm in the house moping. Oh, my life sucks. No, it's like I can't deal with anything outside.
Like a mental health day, so to speak. Is that what? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Some days I do lock in and I take care of whatever needs to be done work-wise. But there are days where I won't even touch my computer. There's no editing. There's no recording. It's just time with the wife.
Say that.
It's time with the wife. It's time with the kids. It's time, by myself.
Yeah.
Spend that time with God. Like, okay, I'm intentionally not doing anything today. What should I do? What can I do? What have I not done? And watch a movie with the wife. Go help cook. Go cook. Play video games with the kids. And I've been doing those a lot for the past year or two.
And that helps.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. Now I want to ask you a question though. What would you think about asking the question, what will I be today, instead of what will I do? Or who will I be?
Asking that question is way more simple than what I would make it. Because it's like, what will I be? Today I will be father of the year. Today I will be husband of the year instead of...
Yeah. And you just, I hear you. You just walked right into the what will I do, though, in answering that question. Who you be is who you are being right now. Just right there, in the moment, present with me, talking. But there's also options to go into the woods and sit by a tree and not do anything. And that's a be also. That's not a do. Does that make sense? Like, sometimes you got to give, the peace, the quiet, the breeze, nothing else. No external stuff coming in at all. It's all inside. that's who you be. That's when you'll find yourself. That's when you'll come together. Things will start piecing themselves together. Like, that's success right there. Being able to just sit there by a tree and not doing anything without anybody in there. I know you love your family. I know you love your children. I know you love your wife. I know you love your friends. I know you love your coworkers. I know you love people, but I want you to love yourself. And so it is. Does that land? That lands.
Yes.
But I want you to love yourself so much that you will at some point not worry. Worry is a wasted emotion. You don't need to worry about anything. Once you start getting into you and you start doing for you and you take your turn, everything's going to change. But you have to make that choice to do that. Right now, you're choosing not to do that because you think you owe somebody something. A family, your parents, whoever told you that you have to do it for your family name, whatever that is, you owe somebody something.
Yes, that goes to what one of my guests that was on my podcast, we were talking about that. And I literally said, I'm in a space where I'm realizing I do not have to be anybody's savior. So I'm in that space.
Okay. Good timing that we're talking about this then. Yeah, that's not your job. It's not your job to save anybody. It's not even your job to save yourself. It's your job to accept yourself. And it's your job to be open to whatever comes next, but it's not your job to save yourself.
True.
Or anybody. Definitely not anybody else. You don't have that much control.
Correct. You're right. You're right.
Do you feel complete or do you have any questions you want to ask me before I ask you? Hold on a minute. Do you feel complete or do you have any questions that you might want to ask me before we go on to the questions I ask all my guests? Because I'm giving you an opportunity here.
Right now, I don't have any questions, just a lot of processing to do. That makes sense.
Yeah, of course. I mean, is there something like you're curious about how something works that you didn't really grasp that you might want to, you're getting it. It's landing. Does that mean it's landing? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to ask you the questions that okay, this is going to be fun. This will really be fun. All right. When something in your life no longer feels right, how do you meet yourself in that space at this time in your life?
How do I meet myself in that space? Logically.
God, we're going to have to go on for another hour.
No.
Do you know how do you meet yourself? It's more of a, wait, I've got the words. Wanting connection while also pulling back. How do you meet yourself?
I want to say open arms, but you give me this look.
No, no, logically, I know, I'm logical. I get it. That's not about your brain. This has nothing to do with your brain. How do you meet yourself?
With open arms. It has to be acceptable. I'm trying to...
Opening your arms to yourself, accepting yourself. Is that what you mean?
Yes. Processing through whatever.
Finding your truth, finding yourself. Opening your arm, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And if that's what you do, that's awesome. I love that. I mean, that's the point.
Yeah.
You don't want to think about doing that. You want to do it.
Yeah, you just do it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes there's nothing that needs to be said. It's just meeting and sitting.
And being?
Being.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, that was honest. Like when we get into the whole thinking and logicalizing things and all that, that's not being honest. I had to figure that out. I'm very analytical. I had to think my way through everything until I had started feeling my way through everything. Right?
Me too.
Yeah. Okay. See? What does awakening feel like for you in your own experience?
Awakening? I'm not sure.
If you knew the answer, what would it feel like?
I have to go back to that peace.
There's no wrong answer to this. It's not a trick question. I
No,
promise. I promise you. I know.
I'm trying to find the feeling, because that's what you asked. It would be.
Okay, let's try something else. You ready?
Sure.
I don't do this with anybody. You just lucked out. Put your hands on your heart. Mm-hmm. Close your eyes. Mm-hmm. Feel what awakening would feel like to you in your heart.
A deep breath.
A deep breath.
Taking a deep breath and just letting it go.
Beautiful. See, now was that so hard?
Just a little.
I know, but that's why I did that, because I knew it was a little tricky there. Okay. When you hear soul divinity, what does that mean to you?
Soul's divinity.
Soul divinity, no S at the end of it. Soul
Divinity.
It's the name of my podcast. Mm-hmm. Okay. Soul divinity. What does that mean to you?
There are different.
Put your hands on your heart. Put your hands on
my words.
I know. Put your hands on your. It's not about the words. It's about the feeling.
Yes, I'm trying to describe the feeling.
Just describe it. You don't have to.
It's complete.
And in your case, is it also connection?
Connection.
That's how you get connection without pulling back. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Okay. If someone feels connected to you or your work, which now's a good time to tell people what you do, how can they find you? Tell them what you do first, and then tell them how they can find you.
So I do a lot, honestly.
We've discovered, right.
and that is possibly why a lot of these, again, go back to me just doing and not thinking and not processing. I'm a videographer.
Okay. Let me stop you there. Mm-hmm. The things that make your heart sing, just share those. Not
videography.
Everything.
I'm lead videographer at Allen Lux Studios. I am the studio manager at Charlotte Podcast Studio. Co-owner, co-host of Artbox Charlotte. Video editor. Again, I do a lot. I know I'm missing some stuff. But for the most part, you can find me on all social media platforms at Tae with the edits. TAEWITH. THEEDITS. That part right there always trips me up because it's 2 E's. Yes. So you can find me there.
What about your podcast? What's the name of your podcast?
The podcast is Creative Roots Podcast.
Creative Roots. Okay.
Creative Roots on all social media platforms.
So we're gonna have all those links in the description anyway. So, but I wanted you to share it because that's what I do.
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything else that feels present for you to share with the audience before we close?
I would say work through, based on today, work through the feelings, not the logical aspect of it. And that's basically what you just taught me. Don't just think, feel.
Yes.
Feel it.
Yes. Thank you. I'm glad that resonated, because that's like, we're humans. We feel. That's our job. Mm-hmm. So thank you for saying that, because most people don't remember sometimes when they're wrapped up in stuff. So that's important. Say it one more time.
Think through the feeling, not through the logic.
What?
Feel it.
He said think.
I know. I caught that.
Feel it.
Just feel it.
Just feel it.
Just feel it.
Feel it. What are you feeling?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Monte, thank you for being here and for your willingness to have this conversation with such honesty and openness. I think this conversation is a powerful reminder that so many of us know what it feels like to be caught in between, wanting connection while also pulling away, wondering what's next, or simply feeling the weight of life. And that becoming aware of where we are without needing to have it all figured out can open the door to something different. And to our audience, thank you for being here with us on Awakening Soul Divinity. If this conversation resonated with you, take a moment to subscribe, share it with someone who may need it, or leave a comment below. If you're an empath or highly sensitive person who is having a hard time feeling overwhelmed, moving through grief, or finding yourself repeating the same patterns in relationships, I invite you to learn more about coming home in the description below. Until next time, welcome home. Thank you for being here. Click on one of the videos below to keep going on your healing journey. And don't forget to subscribe.